Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we are going to go over the best cards at each position. This is going to be regardless of money, coins, all of that. It is, in my opinion, the current best players at each position in Hockey Ultimate Team. I am going to remove the fantasy hockey cards from this equation because they're almost impossible to get at this point, but just so you know, I'm not like ignoring them entirely in terms of just ignoring them in their existence. If you have Dobson, obviously, or Darlene or Braden Point, they're among the best cards in the game, but for this video, I want it to be for everyone that, maybe didn't get those cards or doesn't have the ability to acquire them. That's why they're not included in this list. Again, I don't think this is the best values, guys. This is simply a guide if you are looking to chase some of the better cards. Here are the ones that I think are the best. All right, let's get into it. All right, let's start with right-handed wingers, all right? And I'm going to go with the 92 Team of the Year, Taylor Heist. I think I'm saying her name correctly. There is a lot of options for right-handed wingers. You could go with, Mike Gardner's icon, even Solani's, for example, but I'm just going off of feedback from my community. Taylor Heist's card, if you are able to activate close quarters, elite edges, and unstoppable force, make her an extremely good card. Everyone is going to point out the fact that, some of the female cards are a little bit smaller in statue. 5'10", 160 with unstoppable force is still fine. From all the people that I've talked to that have used her, it seems to combat it enough. Combine that with 93 speed, 96 acceleration, you can actually switch that out and go with a skating synergy to increase speed. She's got a phenomenal shot, and you can play her at center with 96 on the draws, but I think that there's some better face-off options or better centerman options for you. But all around, this is a phenomenal card. Like, if you wiped out the fact that I think a lot of people can't get over using some of the female cards because of their, smaller stature in-game, this is one of the best cards right now among right-handed wingers. All right, coming in at number 3 is purely based on feel, and again, feedback from the community. Jack Eichel cards just hit different. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know that I've talked about some of the custom skating strides in-game. There's only 5 of them. Jack Eichel is one, and for whatever reason, I don't know if it's placebo, I don't know if there's anything to it, but he feels faster and skates better than almost all the other cards that are around his attribute level. He's got Thief as well as Gladiator. You can go Booming Shot and Protector, but I think Thief and Gladiator are the best options. Throw elite edges on. I would not activate wheels on someone with 92 speed, but again, he feels much faster than his stats indicate. Just an all-around very good card. 6'2", 207. Jack Eichel cards are always phenomenal, and I think we're in this transition phase where we're waiting for the next master set players to come out, and I think right-handed winger is again just kind of in this transition phase, but nonetheless, in my opinion, I think he's the 3rd best right-handed winger right now. All right, number 2 among right-handed wingers is actually, in my opinion, the Nations of Hockey Mario Lemieux. I talked about this for a while, that when Mario and Gretzky came out from the Nations of Hockey event, it really crushed the Mario Lemieux owners, because if you go back and take a look at Mario Lemieux's abilities, they're awful across the board for the the late 80s edition of Mario Lemieux. His abilities, or his attributes, are phenomenal, but his abilities are awful. And then on the other side of the coin, the 2000s Mario Lemieux's abilities are good, but his attributes are a little bit less sought after. This Mario Lemieux is unbelievable. He's 6'4", 225, 94 speed, 94 acceleration. You can throw Thief on him, which gets his agility up even higher. He's got gold close quarters, truculence, and then big tipper if you want. Just in my opinion, I think this card is better than Mario Lemieux's power-up icons until they get to the 94, 95 range, at which point they've upgraded enough and they'll be far higher in terms of attributes. But right now, I think this is the second best right-handed winger in the game. And then number 1 is pretty easy. The 92 Nathan McKinnon. He's got Workhorse or a skating synergy, whatever one you want. Gladiator in that 2nd slot, and Thief in the 3rd. And again, Thief, in my opinion, one of the best synergies that you can get. He's also 2 to each of those synergies. Gold Unstoppable Force, that's all you need to activate on this card. Because he's 95 speed or 97 speed and 97 acceleration, his ability to hold onto the puck, including his 96 strength and insane puck control, he just does not get knocked off the puck at all. If you want, you can throw Truculence on, which is one of the better abilities. So is Close Quarters, as is Elite Edges. It does not matter. This card so far has been the best feeling in terms of gameplay when it comes to the Team of the Year cards, in my opinion. Just an absolute force, and he's probably going to be the best right-handed winger for quite some time. All right, on to centerman, and this might shock some people, but this is purely just from my experience going up against MPP in Hockey Ultimate Team. Her Team of the Year, 92 overall. She's 5'6", 161, which goes against everything when it comes to centerman and the meta and how you play the game. this card just has like a force feel around it. The X Factor version of her card has been one of the most annoying to play against. I don't know if it's because it's hard to hit her because she's a lot smaller. What it is, I'm not sure. But nonetheless, she's got a skating synergy. Gladiator and Thief can go on there as well. Gets her faceoffs up to 96. She's got Silver Quick Draw, which, as you know, I love as a centerman. Elite Edges, Unstoppable Force. I would make sure you have Unstoppable Force on her, but just an absolute phenomenal card. I think that, again, you have to just kind of step away from the size. Try the card out if you have her X Factor. I mean, again, since launch of the game, there hasn't been a more annoying card to go up against. Essentially, the best player in the world right now, Regs, if you watched my interview with him on Coffee and Shell, this is his first line center. So, I mean, hey, good enough for the best in the world, which comes in at number 4 on my list. Coming in at number 3 is the Nations of Hockey, Peter Forsberg. Again, I think that the 95 Stützle would probably be here had it not been for me not including fantasy cards. So, but again, just keep that in mind. You could go Gladiator, which I probably would over Distributor. Again, I think that the 1 acceleration is okay, but I think that Gladiator gives him a little bit more. And then you can go Thief as well. Boost his face up to 93. Again, Elite Edges and Unstoppable Force, when you combine them, is such a dominant combo. Been one of my favorite cards to use on my God Squad. Really, really impactful card, and I will be making this card on my No Money Spent team. If you were saving all of your cards for Team of the Year, or if you just started the game, this would be one of the first cards that I would go out and make. Coming in at number 2, the 92 J Beagle. This has been one of my favorite cards to use all year round so far, and man, I just wish they would give him card art. I don't know when it's coming. I hope it would. The only issue now is that, like, his abilities outside of Quick Draw are not all that impactful at all. He's 6'3", 209, however, feels far faster. Ability to hold on to the puck, his shot, everything about this card has been so much fun to use. And again, having someone with gold quick draw is really impactful, especially because he has 99 faceoffs. It literally means that if you know how to take faceoffs, you will win almost every single draw. Just a really good bonus for you to have. And if you are making one team builder, J Beagle would be it. And if J Beagle's number 2, that means number 1 is the 92 Team of the Year, Austin Matthews. And honestly, I can almost flip them, again, just based on feel. For whatever reason, Beagle is like the best card I use, and I don't know why, but it is what it is. Gold, no contest. He's also got Quick Draw, Unstoppable Force, Elite Edges, and Close Quarters. Again, you can see what I have activated on him here. And again, just his attributes are absolutely nuts. Not to mention, he's 6'3", 208, 92 speed, 93 acceleration. His shot plays better than his stats indicate. He's got 90 on the draw, but that Silver Quick Draw makes up for it. But this is going to be one of the best centermen for the rest of the game, just based on size, abilities, everything. This is the Austin Matthews card that we've been waiting for. All right, now on to left-handed wingers. We're going to start first with the 92 Todd Bertuzzi. I'll be honest here, like, I've liked this card because he's so big. If you don't activate Gold Truculence on him, though, he loses a lot of his value. Like, there's a lot of other cards that you could probably put in this spot if you don't activate Truculence. But again, this video is just in a vacuum comparing each card as if you could. Silver Close Quarters is great as well. Again, his ability to hold onto the puck is nuts. And then again, if you get a defenseman that's controlling the puck at the point and you have Truculence on Bertuzzi, and even if you don't, you can bump him off and it's a breakaway the other way. So, in my opinion, the number 4 left-handed winger currently. Then we've got it again, another one of my favorite cards personally to use, the 92 Gary Roberts, 6'2", 215. He's got Magician and Light the Lamp as well as Gladiator and Protector. It's his abilities that kind of set him apart. Gold Close Quarters, Unstoppable Force, Truculence, and I love Big Tipper, but it's not necessary. 93 speed and acceleration. Like, you can't find many cards that are better in terms of size, skating, and abilities in the game currently. After you make J Beagle, Gary Roberts would be the card that I would go out and make. I did it on my No Money Spent team, and he is, again, still one of the cards that when you get the puck with him, like, you're kind of excited. You know, you're not just trying to, like, see what's open and whatnot. Like, when you get the puck with him, the ability to cut in the middle, shoot far side, it just goes in so much with him, and he doesn't get knocked off the puck. Coming in at number 2, we're going to move Wayne Gretzky over to the wing. I think that as now there's a bunch of other centermen that have a lot of good abilities and face-off rating and size and all of that. The 92 Wayne Gretzky, however, now getting a skating synergy, 96 speed, 94 acceleration, gold elite edges. He just got Close Quarters with his 92 tier, and then Unstoppable Force. Again, it's the combination of Unstoppable Force and elite edges just make this card nuts. It's the first year personally that I've found Wayne Gretzky to be better than Mario Lemieux cards, which just hasn't, like I said, hasn't happened since like NHL like 18. I don't even know when. But yeah, again, this card just doesn't get knocked off the puck and is very, very snappy left and right. Wayne Gretzky is truly one of the best cards in the game, and if you get his Kings card or Rangers card, I think it is worth it to go and upgrade to his Edmonton Oilers version. And then finally, obviously, like this is going to be locked up for essentially the rest of the year. The 92 Connor McDavid, 99 speed, 97 acceleration, 98 agility. His shot can get almost maxed out with like the lamp on there. Gold elite edges, close quarters. You can go wheels. You can go unstoppable force, I think is a must on this card. Again, I don't know what it is. He doesn't get knocked off the puck at all. Again, I don't know if you watched my short on him, but there was a clip where just Connor McDavid gets munched and just he holds onto the puck. Very, very good card, and if you were lucky enough to upgrade him to his team of the year, enjoy. You have essentially the best card in the game for the remainder of the game, so congrats. On to right-handed defensemen, and this is proof that once you get some good abilities on cards, it completely changes your outlook on them. The 90 Adam Fox from that wacky Wednesday thing they did is one of the best right-handed defensemen in the game currently. Again, I think with how long the Nations of Hockey event was, and then Team of the Year being very, very specific, we haven't had a lot of new Master Set players or different types of Master Set players yet, and we're getting to that point where there's a lot of headshot cards or cards like the NHL 23 and whatnot that are starting to pass up on some of the Master Set players. 92 speed, 93 acceleration. It's gold truculence, guys. Like, this is better than his X Factor all the way to 99 almost. Just extremely fast, 97 defensive awareness, 95 body checking. Like, if you're a Ranger fan or you're just looking for a right-handed defenseman, this 90 Adam Fox is currently the third best in my opinion. Then we've got the 92 Brent Seabrook, the team builder. Again, this card feels a lot faster than 91 speed, but all you've got to do is activate Silver Truculence. He's 6'3", 220. That's all you need. He absolutely throws everyone around in the defensive zone, and as you can see, a lot of people have unstoppable force now in the game on their forwards, and truculence really just negates that. And I think the other thing that people don't realize is that it saps the energy of those players, so it's harder to get them back out to get their line changed. You can throw shutdown on, but I think that's overkill. This is one of the best right-handed defensemen in the game. And then we've got the 92 Cale Makar's Team of the Year edition. This is going to be the best right-handed defenseman for a while, just because of the advantage while skating. Again, you could go full skating, or you can go full acceleration, or you can increase his speed with buzzing, but I think acceleration is probably a little bit better. And then all you have to do is activate Silver Shutdown, because it's essentially truculence and stick 'em up all in one. And while it says off the rush, it does activate a lot more than just just off the rush. Throw Seeing Eye on him. I really like Seeing Eye. You could throw Elite Edges on him as well. It depends on how stacked your team is, because he's very, very elusive at the point, especially if you go for tip shots. But this has been a really, really fun card to use, and he's going to be probably the best right-handed defenseman in the game for some time. All right, now there's also some honorable mentions here. We've got like the Fantasy Cam Fowler, or even the X Factor Victor Hedman, but I think his value is going to plummet pretty soon. I'm going to go with the 92 Jake Gardner here. 6'2", with a 92 overall. He's got 92 speed, 92 acceleration. This card felt super snappy, like very, very agile, like a left-handed version of Cale Makar, only he's big and can hit well. Silver Stick 'em Up is what I would probably activate on him if you have your abilities all lined up here. But his shot is nuts. I score a lot with him in Hut Champs and in Versus, or in Rivals. So just a really, really fun card to use. And I think that if it wasn't for Seabrook being so good defensively, I'd probably go Jake Gardner in terms of team builder. Number 2 is the 92 Roman Josi. Again, Roman Josi cards have always been like good, but never worth their value. And honestly, I don't know if I would spend another $1 million for Roman Josi again, but I did it just because I wanted to have all the Team of the Years. Silver Stick 'em Up is great. I don't think 1T is worth it at all. Unstoppable Force is kind of unique. I played someone with it, and if you essentially only carry the puck out with Roman Josi, you can really do some damage with it. 91 speed, 92 acceleration. He's got a pretty good shot, and then defensively, 95 on the body checking, 99 defensive awareness. Extremely good. Right now, he's the second best defenseman in the game, and that free upgrade is absolutely massive. And then coming in at number 1, one of the Bash brothers from NHL 22, we've got the 91 Ulf Samuelsson, distributor in Dangle City. Honestly, pretty awful. It's gold truculence that's on 92 speed, 91 acceleration. He's 6'1", 95 body checking, 95 defensive awareness and stick checking, and everyone that I've talked to that has used this card has confirmed that this is one of the most overpowered defensemen in the game right now. Very unique combo and elite edges and unstoppable force as well. Like, if you just carry carry the puck up with him, he'd be very hard to knock off the puck. So in my opinion right now, he's the best left-handed defenseman in the game until we get some crazy master set players. All right, guys, then as you know, goaltenders, it's an absolute disaster. I'll just talk about some that I've seen randomly that are really good. This 85 Jake Ottinger team of the week has been really good on my no money spent team. Gudlevsky's has been awful. He's expensive and everyone thought that he'd be like the best master set player. He's been awful for me, as has Jacob Markstrom. I've also tried out this Leonard and he was awful for me. So I literally don't know. I tried the stand-up one. He made some crazy saves that you don't normally see, but the low far side shot just goes in all the time, guys. This year, animations are broken for goaltenders. Don't overspend. Go find some primetime or team of the week that you have confidence will make some saves, but don't worry about goaltenders. Honestly, it sucks, but that's what it is. All right, guys, that is gonna do it for today's video. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.